Hello, everybody. I prefer retro games just as usual, and welcome back to another video today. It's been a fat minute for two reasons. Number one, I haven't uploaded a video for a couple weeks, and number two, um, it's been a while since I've uploaded a top list. I think I only made like two, but I'm about to make another one today. So, I came up with another video idea, and today's gonna be about really good retro games that's very, very affordable. So for this list, I'm going to be going by games I have personally that I've bought for under $25, so anything over $25 will not count on this list. So these are games from popular franchises to just good games in general. So I'm going to be counting down the top 10 games I have that I got for a good price, and you can probably buy out there at a retro video game store. So please enjoy the video.
Number 10 spot is Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Nintendo Game Boy. So, seeing that Mega Man games are typically hard to find in game stores, finding one for any price really would be a good deal. This one was only $25 at the exchange. So this is basically a Mega Man 1 remake for the original Game Boy. It's a bit short, but it's a good game nonetheless, and it plays like any other Mega Man game would and should. The cartridge is very nice. Yeah, definitely the art here was taken from the DOS version of Mega Man. Another thing is, Mega Man is personally one of my favorite video game series of all time. And this title is good to have if you're a Game Boy owner. I heard Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy is the must-have title for Mega Man fans. But when I saw this, I was pretty stoked. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. And I would definitely recommend having this in my collection. And for $25 and it being a Mega Man game, that's a pretty fair price. Number 9. Tetris DX for the Nintendo Game Boy Color. It's a black cartridge. So yeah, this is one of the top Game Boy Color games of all time. And just simply put, it's Tetris. So Tetris is an absolute must-have for any console whatsoever. It takes what's good about the original Tetris and really does improve on it. Not really soundtrack-wise, but as far as gameplay is concerned, you get all kinds of different modes that keep you occupied for more hours than the original Tetris, as if that didn't keep you occupied enough. I'll get to Tetris later on. I'll get to another Tetris later on this list, but this is a definite must-have for Game Boy Color owners and just Tetris fans in general. Number 8. Super Mario Land for the Nintendo Game Boy. Just simply put, this is just a good game in general. It is very unique to the Mario series, and it was not directed by Shigeru Miyamoto like he does with all the other Mario games except for Mario Land 2. It's basically kind of very, very similar to Super Mario Bros. 1. It's a bit shorter, but it's still a fun game nonetheless, and spices things up quite a bit. There are even 2 shooting sections in the game, if you're a fan of shooters and a fan of Mario. For $24, this is a pretty good game to have for the Game Boy. Oh, and for this one, I forgot to mention, this one was only $20. Sorry about that was my bad. Just a must-have for Game Boy owners. If you don't want to buy anything expensive like Pokemon or anything like that, the Mario and Tetris is always the key to having a good Game Boy collection. At number 7 spot is Primal Rage for the Super Nintendo. I got this one for only $6. What a deal. I've seen this go for like $25 or $30, I got this one for pretty cheap, probably because it's cosmetically flawed. So I've already talked highly about this game, how much I love the graphics and the soundtrack, and just definitely recommend if you're a fan of tournament fighters, dinosaurs, or hell, even Planet of the Apes, which I'm kind of watching right now. I'm watching the third movie. So yeah, it did well not only as a game, it also did well as a port. This is an excellent port of the game because the Super Nintendo, the sound chip, and the graphics are just spot on. Just a match made in heaven for a port like this. So yeah, if you love Mortal Kombat and dinosaurs and monkeys, this is for you. And this isn't that expensive. I mean, it might go for like $25, but I'm just adding this on the list because I got it for $6. So hopefully you also find a cheap copy out there as well. Between number 10 spot and number 1 spot's number 5 spot, and that is the Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt and World Class Trackmate cartridge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So this is a 3-in-1 cartridge. It's a 3-in-1 deal right here. This one was only $7.99, and there are way too many good NES games that are like very cheap that go for that price, but I chose this one specifically because it comes with these 3 games. Now, unfortunately, if you don't have the right accessories for Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet, they're not very playable at all. Well, you can't really play them at all if you don't have the zapper and the power mat. But I got this cartridge because I wanted to get Super Mario Brothers. I got this one specifically because of the fact that it's 3 games in 1, and I like the art on it. When people are testing NES games on Retron, they always do the Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt cartridge. Just the 2 games, so I decided to get the triple cartridge. Super Mario Bros. Is really all you need. It's the game that, personally, single-handedly revived the video game series in the 80s. So really, Super Mario Bros. Is all you need. If you have the right accessories for Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet, those are also pretty good games, I suppose, even though I've never played World Class Track Meet. As long as you have Super Mario Bros., you're good. Number 5 is Mega Man 02 for the Game Boy Advance. This one was only $15. Yes, you heard that right, $15. Yet another very solid title in the Mega Man Zero series, and just in the Mega Man series in general. Great entry, and if you're a big fan of Mega Man Zero games, you already know how well the graphics and sounds are. Just phenomenal. I already had this game on my Switch, and I just thought it was a really good game. I too am a fan of the Mega Man Zero series, just like I am with the X series and the classic Mega Man series. So again, Mega Man games are not really easy to find in stores. You can find them on eBay and all, but you never really know whether or not they're official. If you find one in stores for $15, highly recommend snatching this one if you have a Game Boy Advance, because you're going to be at it for quite a while, because this game is difficult, challenging, and just fun overall. Definitely would pick up. Number 4 spot is Hadouken! Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. Another classic Capcom title. Man, all the Capcoms that are going for like less than $25 here. Wow. This was one of the first Super Nintendo cartridges that I picked up, and I got that alongside with Super Mario World, and I got the Super Retron HD, which now has 711 views, so thank you guys so much for that. This is indeed the arcade phenomenon that amped the trend for fighting games and Street Fighter in general, and it's the go-to tournament fighter for any SNES owner. It is one of the most popular tournament fighters ever made. And just one of those statements, that's all I really need to put. I mean, you got your classic roster of Ryu, Guile, Blanca, Chun-Li, and all the others. I mean, not far-fetched from Street Fighter II Hyper Fighting, which was on the SNES Classic. But if you have this copy, you're pretty much set. Only going for $15. It's one that you really don't want to miss. Really wish this was at number 2 spot, because the number 3 spot is Gran Turismo 2. I had just picked this one up, and yes, $9.99 for this thing. Gran Turismo 2 is one of the top 10 PlayStation games ever made. Gran Turismo 1 by itself was an already great racer, but this one I just picked up. I only played it for like 5 minutes or so. I barely even touched this one. I'm going to play it more, definitely. But this is this definitely started the trend for like racing simulation games. It revolutionized racing simulator genres. And did I mention 2 separate discs in one? So you got a disc for the arcade mode in here, and one for the simulation. A quick problem. Where is a simulation disc? Let me show you. Simulation disc. I got 2 of these cases at the electronics flip yesterday. I got one for Gran Turismo 2 and one for Atari Anniversary Edition Redux for PlayStation 1. Both these replacement cases were only $8.99, so I found these convenient. But yeah, there's a disc for simulation mode and a disc for arcade mode. If you don't like one, you can play the other. But seeing this is Gran Turismo, hopefully I'd imagine you like both. So yeah, I don't think this one goes for a lot, so highly recommend. Number 2 is Tetris for the original Game Boy. What can I say about this? I know I've already talked about how the Game Boy Color version of Tetris improved on the original, but this is just simply an iconic game. This one only goes for $15. For a game that every Game Boy owner must have, if they want a complete Game Boy collection, $15 is not that much of a demanding price. This is probably the best puzzle series ever created, and just when this version hit around, when it just came through, it just completely blew everybody's mind. And this was a pack-in title for nearly all Game Boys back then. So if you had a Game Boy, you likely had this game. And it's just simply addicting. I mean, you didn't even need any updates or anything. All you need is the classic mode, and you're set for probably hours on end without getting bored. So that's a pretty good price if you ask me. Okay, for number 1 spot, we gotta talk real quick. So, I got quite a few of these that go for really good prices. Star Fox only went for $20, F-Zero only went for $10, and Actraiser only $20. But out of all of these, I'd have to say the number 1 pick would have to be giving this an honorable mention, giving this an honorable mention. Yes, I am choosing Actraiser for number 1 spot. This game just blew my mind to pieces. The regular US version probably would have went for a lot more. I did some research on Bing. I saw it for you can get $85 for the US version as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This version was only $20, and proof I have to back that up is when I said Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a collectible RPG that goes for a lot more than the Japanese version, and the Japanese version I saw is for $20. It is sold out at my local electronics flip now, so yeah, for good reason. But Actraiser is my cup of tea because of the platforming and city building section. If you have the Japanese version, you won't even have to understand the language in order to play the game properly. You can learn pretty quickly, and it'll instantly become fun and a classic. From the soundtrack, to the gameplay, to the Mode 7 graphics, you're in for a real treat if you see this game version, and you are a Super Famicom owner. or just pick up a Super Retron like I have, or just a console that plays Super Famicom games. This is one of the best SNES games I've ever played, or, in this case, Super Famicom. Like I said, just blew my mind. If I were to do any kind of retrospective on it, oh boy, would I get into a heated debate where this is probably the best SNES game I've ever played. Now, that's kind of a little far-fetched. I have played games like Castlevania 4, Mega Man X, Mario World, but this is just one of the best games. If you find this version, I would definitely not hesitate to pick this up. And there is my top 10 list for awesome retro games that are $25 and under. Please let me know. Let me know if you guys picked up any cool, amazing games for under that price. And thank you guys for watching the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. All that good stuff, and see you next time.